Hey guys, this is Danny Jugan with Axis Games. I wanted to do our fifth development video today and talk about a few different things. The first of which is beta testing. And then we'll talk about release dates, what our plan for consoles is, both this year and in the future. And then finally we'll wrap up by taking a look at the beta and a couple sample gameplay clips. So first thing, the beta is out starting tomorrow, and we're going to release it one day early for some various in-house reasons, but we wanted to get that out to you guys tomorrow. So if you have pre-ordered, you will be receiving a key via email. This will be a Steam key, so you'll be able to activate the game on Steam. If you have not pre-ordered, you can do so on our website, axisleague.com. Do I have it pulled up here? I do, right here. So, axisleague.com, if you go to the main site, there'll be a button that says pre-order, and there's 3 different levels where you can pre-order and get immediate access to the beta. Well, not quite immediate. We will email you a key same day so that you can get access to the beta. So that will begin tomorrow. Really excited to see everyone's feedback on our current progress. We have a long way to go before our official release. I know we talked about some different release dates, time frames, and that sort of thing. We have not yet settled on an official release date, but that is something that we will look at over these next few months as we see how the rest of development goes and if anything major pops up during testing. But we will release within the first 2 weeks of August 2017. So where it falls in that range will depend on a few things, but we will release within the first 2 weeks of August this year. And the only other thing I wanted to talk about before we get into some gameplay and looking at the beta is consoles. So we've gone back and forth this year talking about consoles, and long term we know we definitely want to be in consoles. We know a lot of the community does not play on PC. So in order to best serve the community, we know that we need to be on consoles. But it's not as easy as saying, oh yeah, let's just throw it on another platform to get it to as many people as possible. We really want to think this through, and we want to approach this as a long-term strategy. And we feel like the best way we can serve not only the community but also grow the game is by holding off on consoles for one more year. Now I did speak with some representatives at Microsoft for Xbox unofficially, and they think the game looks great and see no reason that it wouldn't make it and get approved for Xbox this year. But in doing so, that would not only eat into about 2 or 3 months of our development schedule for 2018, but it also puts us in direct competition with other American football games. And that's something that, while we are very confident in the game that we have built, we know it's not up to the current generation standards for what you guys are expecting on consoles. And so we really want to establish an identity for our game. We want to be known for something, and as we go from the Flashport that we were to kind of an arcadey style game in 2015 to the sim game that we want to create, we need to establish who we are in the marketplace and what we are known for. And we have huge plans for that in 2018. We have already started. We already have members of our team planning out how we are going to do that. And we will be releasing that information shortly as we wrap up the development schedule for 2017. So I know that this is some disappointing news for some of the members of the community that were looking forward to playing Axis Football on console this year. It is a little disappointing for us too, because we were excited about that as well. But after talking not only internally with our dev team, but also reaching out to some kind of objective members of the community, members of the industry that are familiar with the sim football community and what it is that you guys are looking for in terms of a football game, we really think the best thing that we can do is focus on making our game better, focus on giving you guys something that you can't already get somewhere else. And the best way that we can do that is by not spreading ourselves too thin and continuing to improve. So it is what it is. We will continue to make the game better and continue to strive to get onto consoles. We see no reason that 2018 won't be the first year that we are there, as that will be the first year that we can really put our unique foot forward and give the community something that they can't get somewhere else. So we thank you for your patience there as we continue to get better and give you guys what you want. All right, so without further ado, I do want to show you guys just some brief stuff in the beta, and this will hopefully serve two purposes. The first being for those of you that are beta testers and will receive your key tomorrow, this will serve as kind of an overview of the current state of the game, why things are the way they are, that we've got some things turned off because we aren't ready to test those yet. And for those of you that aren't beta testers, this will give you kind of an up-to-date view on where we are in our dev schedule and give you an idea of what the game will look like at the very end. Alright, so I've got my Xbox controller plugged in. I will be using a controller in this video. You see the buttons show up at the bottom, show you how to navigate the menus. So franchise mode is turned off. You can't select it. You can access the uniform editor, but if you do, you need a mouse and a keyboard for that. And our Play It editor is functioning, but it isn't quite ready yet, so I would advise to stay away from that for right now. So I will get into an exhibition match. The only mode that is available is player versus AI. The others are disabled currently until we can test those internally first. Alright, so here's our new team select menu. Let's go through, we'll just pick a team real quick. We'll go with Pittsburgh. Once you select your team, you do get the option to change your uniform before the game starts. This was something we really wanted to add for you guys. It kind of piggybacks off of our uniform editor. So I'll just go with our the home team for Pittsburgh, or the home uniform for Pittsburgh. And then for the away team, let's go with, we'll go with Buffalo. And we'll go with their away uniform. And you can change individual pieces, or you can change entire uniform sets. It's completely up to you. You have that flexibility and freedom. So beta testers, as you go through this, you're going to notice a lot of the menus aren't quite updated for 2017. Classic example of that is this stadium image here. It obviously looks distorted. That's because it's last year's version. We haven't taken new ones, but again, work in progress. We will get there, but there are going to be things like that that we'll need to change over these next couple months. So you can toggle through the different game setup options, little quick QB comparison at the very end, but we will get straight into the game. And I've got the sound turned down so that I'm not talking over the announcers and vice versa, but we have all of the announcer audio in the game. We still need to do some fine-tuning as far as how often certain things are said, when the announcers transition to talking about the previous play to the next play and that sort of thing. But that is something that is currently in-game. A couple other things that are in progress. We see the name text at the bottom kind of goes into the field. We are currently focusing on fixing the player circle and updating that for 2017. Right now the text obviously doesn't flip around. It still shows in the front of the player, but that's something that we are working on. So all I want to do is just show you a couple quick plays, a couple sample plays. These aren't pre-screened, so we're going to get what we get. If it's bad blocking, bad physics, that's just what it is. We know that the physics has come a long way, but there's lots of tweaks that still need to be done. There's still some jittering that happens. Sometimes players fly a little bit too far and that sort of thing. Again, this is obviously a beta. We are still several months out from release, but we have certainly come a long way. I'm really proud of our team for what they've been able to do. All right, so select a play. First thing you'll notice, bottom left is our pre-play menu. You can toggle that with the right stick, and you see the options there. You can audible, you can do hot routes, substitutions, and you can view the play art by holding in your left trigger. So I'm going to do just a simple run here, and that got blown up. Let's try a pass here. So we'll do a pass kind of a quick out play. Before I snap the ball, I will go into the options, and for those of you that don't know this, you can toggle between aimed passing and icon passing. Icon is the traditional press a button, throw to that receiver, and aimed is where you actually control the pass circle that's on the field. You can also see that this menu is still from 2016, so that will need to be updated as well. So let's do this pass play. Let's see, I'm going to throw to X out here in the flat, and he drops the ball. Let's go with a deep pass here on third down. Let's see what we got. Three-man rush. A is wide open, makes the catch, gets his legs taken out from under him. Let me show you. Let's try a couple more running plays. See the players kind of flashed right there as they get into position. That's something we are aware of. Sprinting out, it's a good pursuit angle, shakes off the tackle, steps in for the touchdown. All right, so that will wrap it up. Got to kind of see a couple sample gameplays as well as some of the menu interaction on the title screen. We're really excited for the testers to get their hands on the game and let us know what they think. Let us know how we can improve it in these last few months before we wrap things up for 2017 and move on to 2018. Again, big thank you to all of the support, both verbal encouragement through comments, emails, Twitter posts, Facebook, that sort of thing. That goes a long way to encourage us to continue to work on the game. We know, and we've said it before, we know it's not where we want it to be. We know it's not up to the current standards for what you guys expect in sports titles. We are small, but we are growing, and we aren't using the fact that we are small and the fact that we have a small budget to limit us with what we are trying to accomplish. So again, big thank you. If you want to pre-order, we'd encourage you guys to do that. We reinvest a high percentage back into the game, and hopefully that's been evident with the progress we've been able to make since 2015 when we first released. But we will definitely be back very soon with our next dev video. And until then, thanks so much.